Hi everyone, I'm Elisenda Ventura. My classmates already know me, but just to say hello to everyone. I'm happy to present to you my final project that I've been working on this course. My final project is about bunkering operations, which is the activity of supplying a ship with fuel oil. And I know that it's a very specific topic, so I will try also to give you a little bit of background. So during this talk, I'm going to focus first on the problem, as I said, to explain a little bit to you the background and why I'm focusing on this. Then I will move to the user research and the main takeaways. Also the features that I've decided to develop based on my research. We will see a little bit the design, and then I will show you the flow on my prototype. I would also like to add that this is a project that I'm working in my company. I work in a maritime startup, and we develop platforms that facilitate the data interchange in the maritime space. So this is a real project, and I will also explain to you a little bit the challenges that I find while working on this. So let me give you a little bit of background. As I said before, this project focuses on bunkering operations, which is the activity of supplying a ship with fuel oil. You can see here in the photo a small vessel that is called a bunker barge that is supplying fuel oil to the big vessel. But this is something that can also happen on shore. So a truck can supply fuel oil to a vessel or maybe via pipeline. And this is a very important and frequent activity in ports, as you can imagine, because without bunker, there is no movement of goods by sea, so there is no trade or global economy. So it's very important. And also because it's complex, it involves many different actors. You can see them in the screen, the ship agents, the ship owners, the crew, the bunker suppliers, and many more. And all of them need to interchange critical data to carry out this operation efficiently and safely. However, we have seen how nowadays the rapidly evolving maritime environment makes it very difficult for all of these actors to have access to the real-time updated information that they need. And this lack of real-time data causes expensive delays in bunkering operations that contribute to an increase of the greenhouse gas emissions inside the port area, an increase of the risk of marine pollution, and also of the financial cost. And these are just the general issues, because then each and every one of the actors is affected in a different way. So for this project, during the course, I focused on the ship agents because we have a very close relationship, and I've been able to test my prototype with them through the course. So I received also feedback. So that's why I focus on the ship agents. But I must say that I've worked with all the stakeholders, and the solution has many different flows. So to summarize what I said before, the problem, the root cause is that this lack of reliable real-time data doesn't allow the different actors to act when there is a delay because they don't have the information. So that's what I will try to solve with the solution that I've designed. At the start of the course, I conducted a research, keeping in mind that I'm working with a ship agent right now. And well, I had interviews with them. I've also launched a survey, and the main takeaways from the research has been that a ship agent, which in this case is Juan, they worry about, first of all, the bunker delays, because this is a service that they offer. So if the service goes wrong, it's something that affects their direct work. Then also this lack of real-time data, because without that data, they are not able to do a proper job. And then also the administrative burden, because they need to interchange this data in many ways via emails, phone calls, WhatsApp messages. So well, it's a mess for them. And the last point that they highlighted is, but that's more for the senior stakeholders, is that it also affects their reputation as a company to not be able to offer a good service to their clients due to all these problems. So this is something that I will try to solve with the solution. So keeping in mind the main takeaways of the user research, then I formulated how my way, but I focus in these three, which are how we can reduce bunker delays, reduce also the back and forth of emails, and last but not the least, enhance the traceability of the bunker-related data, so everything is there and it's controlled by the ship agent. And from this, how might we, and then with a little bit of brainstorming, two main features arise. One is that by creating a secure environment to share data, we can improve many of these points and reduce the administrative burden. And the second is that by providing also an optimized auto-scheduling system, we can also organize better the banker supply and give more transparency to all the actors. So with these features in mind, I started the design. I created first some wireframes, and I already iterate those wireframes with the end users, so with the ship agents, and they gave me valuable feedback that I incorporated. So these wireframes that you are seeing on the screen are very different from the final solution that I have. And I also focused on the design, the colors, and as I mentioned that this is a project that I'm doing for my company, that also meant that I needed to adjust to the design systems that we have at my company. So that's why the logo and the name of the product, it's very on brand with Navozyme, the maritime startup where I work. I also need to work closely with the development team because this is a product that we want to launch at the end of the year. So that means that at some points I need to compromise a little bit. For example, I like the rounded buttons, but the technical team said that the templates that they use, in the templates there are square buttons. So now my design is with square buttons. So it's easier also for them to program that. And also one of the main challenges has been that this is one solution, but it needs to be used by 7 types of users. So I need to have a very clear data architecture and structure that will serve all of them. And that has been very challenging. So now let's see how the prototype looks like. And so here we have the main screen. The ship agent can sign in. And the first thing that he sees is a map of the world. And the agent sees the different ports where this company offers services. And the agent can zoom in and select the port that he's interested in. And here the agent will see different metrics that are of interest for him. For example, the quantity of bunker that it's lifted in that port, the average duration of the operation, the average time that it's saved by using the platform, and the prediction rate of the auto-scheduling system. And here now the agent can see the vessel list, so the different vessels that are under his responsibility. And he can do that by clicking here or also on the menu on the left side. So if we go to the vessels list, the agent sees, as I said, all the vessels under his responsibility with relevant information for him to do his job. And by clicking on one of them, the agent sees the status of the operation. So right now, because this operation is incomplete, the agent doesn't see any relevant metrics, but he can already see some of the documents that have been uploaded by other parties. So he has this real-time access to that data. And then once the operation is complete, the agent has access to the metrics, so he can also report that to the client, and he can see all the different documents that have been uploaded. For example, the sample results that are taken from the bunker. He can see the document, and he has a QR code to verify that this information is correct. And then the last feature that the agent can see is also the auto-scheduling system, where the agent sees all the vessels and the order that they will be supplied the bunker, and if they have higher priority than the others, and he can see all the changes in real time, depending of the circumstances. The agent also can see more information of other vessels. So for example, if he needs to contact another ship agent for whatever reason, he can also do that via the platform. And that's all that I have right now. Just keep in mind that this is a platform that has many users. All of them needs to be there to work. And that's what we are working right now. In fact, I'm in Las Palmas because tomorrow I'm, testing this solution with, again, the ship agents and also the port authorities of Las Palmas. So yes, it's exciting to participate in a real project.